Hi, so since Preview 7 the core mechanics of my game has been broken, it will be certainly clearer and shorter to show you with a video instead of writing it in the bug report. So this screen is a packaged game that has been packaged using Preview 6, so this is just to show you how it's supposed to work. So you can see that I've got a mouse cursor and I can use the interface, and if I right click, the mouse cursor disappeared and then the mouse choose the direction of my look. If I left click again, I get again the cursor, right click, left click, and so on. Now another thing important is that if I create an object in the game, I can drag it with the mouse, as you can see, and it all works pretty well. It has been working very well for quite some time. Alright, so now let me show you how it works now with Preview 7. So first of all, when I'm using one or several clients, the mouse mechanic here works only on the last machine that enters the game. So here I'm using only one server. You can see that the mouse mechanic is working, okay, but you will see that it will not work when I'm adding some clients. But if I add an object here, you can see it's still outlined, but I cannot drag it. I'm trying to drag here and nothing is happening. It just doesn't move. Okay, so the dragging of object doesn't move, and the mouse mechanic is still working now. But now look what happens when I take a client with the server. You can see that on the client the mouse mechanic is working. I can left click and get the cursor, right click and the cursor is disappearing, everything's okay. But on the server, if I left click, you can see right click, I am right clicking right now and the mouse is still there and nothing is changed. So I try to right click and left click and nothing is happening. Okay, now if I put two clients, so I hit the play button and now it's not working on the server. I'm right clicking here, left click, right click doesn't do anything, but on the second client it's the same, it's still not working. I'm right clicking and left clicking here, but this makes no change. But on the second client it's working. So it seems to be working only on the last server that is entering the game, on the last computer that is entering the game. Okay, now just a little bit to show you the code. It's quite simple. In the player controller, I'm defining some action that are bound to things that are defined in the editor, so right click, left click, and so on. And basically those functions makes a lot of things, but as you can see, on beginning of every function I just added some debug message, so they should work every time I left click on right click. Sorry, I'm a bit tired, it's Friday evening. This should work every time I right click on the button, and yet as you can see on the last client it works very well. I'm right clicking here, left click, right click, left click, right click, but on any other machine here I'm right clicking and you can see that nothing is happening. But sometimes if I double click or triple click, or I don't know, sometimes it will give the message and I don't know why. It just works once in a while. I'm right clicking right now and you can see nothing happen, and all of a sudden something is happening. Same thing on the server. So it looks like the the action here is taken only once in a while. But what is more important, well, at least as important, is that all of these functions are at the end calling the setGameMode function here, and you can see that this function is calling a debug message, game mode moving, and then is hiding the cursor and changing the input mode and authorizing the player to look around. And as you will see on the server and on the first client, this message is displayed, but still the mouse cursor is not shown. So there is really something that I don't get here. You can see here the message is displayed, game mode moving. You can see it's here, but right after the message there should be a hiding of the cursor, and you can see that it's never hidden. So it's quite a complicated problem. I don't know what the origin is, but one thing is sure is that it was perfectly working in Preview 6, and now everything seems to be broken in Preview 7. So if you have any question, I'll be glad to try to answer them. I cannot give you a copy of the whole thing because it's like 20 or 30 gigs. So all right, if you have any question, I will answer them. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.